very interesting election. You know, the citizens are getting more aware that it's their civic responsibility to vote and to be voted for. The citizens are also more aware that the days of sharing a bag of rice is almost over. They are also now aware that selling their votes has a lot of implication. What has gone wrong with us in society is that the ministries of informations, whether it's federal or states, who are supposed to be responsible, given us such information, the arise and the AIT is doing, they're not doing it, and there's a budget there. But thank God for the likes of civil society who have championed the cause. Let me even use myself as an example, who did not read journalism, but because I was denied a certain area and nobody wanted to report the facts, I turned myself into a mini journalist. I turned myself into publishing. So before Rise AIT can report certain news, I've already reported it. So then we've created that awareness. People are aware now that they can't be fooled any longer. But thank God for Edo State. That is the heartbeat of the nation. That we lead, another follows. That we have a very interesting party. We have the PDP, who had dominated the state, who took power from the APC. We have APC now, who have realized their mistake, want to wrestle power back from them. We also now have the obedience. Obedience is very powerful. It's a combination of forces who also want to say, you know, we're done with PDP and APC. We want to take power back. So now, people are going to be more responsible. They're going to have a choice of word when they are campaigning. The campaign of trying to destroy one to climb is no longer acceptable again. So I will expect that because the three candidates are very exposed, that we will get the best from each and every one of them.
Thank you. You spoke eloquently about the obedience. But are you aware that that obedient camp has been infiltrated?
Well, you know, I would say yes. I will also say no. I can define that. The reason what happened is that the OB himself and the chairman of Labour Party, Julius, Barrister Abure, did not cash in on the obedience because across the 36 states, I tried to help them because Julius Abure is my personal friend, my junior brother, right? But some of them were afraid that if they do a credible Congress, some of them will lose their seats. That has been African problem. You know, I don't care if you are better than I and you want to take my job. I will be glad you. Because across the 36 states, I try to help them because Julius Abure is my personal friend, my junior brother, right? But some of them were afraid that if they do a credible Congress, some of them will lose their seats. That has been African problem. You know, I don't care if you are better than I and you want to take my job. I will be glad you do it so I can learn from you. So because they did not allow us to bring out the obedient and obedati, who were the real winners that assisted Labour to their victory. Because the Labour Party was just a canker. It was nothing there. It was empty. One of the foundational members of the Labour Party. If you go back to the days of myself and Adams Oshomole, you will know that I used to be the South Senatorial leader of Labour Party. I was more of a problem to combine PDP and APC together. I was a spokesperson, even though that wasn't my job, right? So I think that it's never too late. The obedient and obedati, they want change. They want a real change, right? So if we can infuse them to Labour Party, you know that Labour Party will win. But Labour Party also have their own problem. As we speak, a divided house will never stand. All right? So I want to plead with the Labour Party faithful, whether it's on the leadership of Julius Abure, whether it's the leadership of someone else, because recently there was a convention did by Labour Party that Peter Obi himself excused himself from it, wasn't satisfied with it because he said the convention were not widely consulted by Julius Abure. I think if we have a meeting, you know, we reunite ourselves, we are together, because don't forget that togetherness we are strong, divided we are weak. If we do that on time, I think Labour Party will become very victorious in this state, because you know that the past will always serve as guide. The past of APC and PDP in this state has to be very good. It's something that anyone be proud of, especially with you know, a dear Governor Godwin Obaseki. You can see that recently my billboard was taken away, and I mean that's not campaign. In an ideal society, this is my green here, right? You can put your campaign poster here, and I will not touch it because it's competitive. You say what you want to say, I say what I want to say. If you not go so low and give consent, Obaseki didn't go and put my billboard himself, but he consent to it. Because when you don't condemn something, it means you consent to it. And that's why I always say, Obaseki, you destroy my billboard. Because who am I going to call? He give consent to it. Are you there? So that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, you know, because we need to change. These guys have traveled, you know. They've traveled. I believe that what he consent, Obaseki didn't go and put my billboard himself, but he consent to it. Because when you don't condemn something, it means you consent to it. And that's why I always say, Obaseki, you destroy my billboard. Because who am I going to call? He give consent to it. Are you there? So that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, you know, because we need to change. These guys have traveled, you know. They've traveled. I believe that what the campaign should be about, whether Labour Party, PDP, APC, is asking fundamental questions. Obaseki, you have been doing some projects. We saw it. How much have you borrowed? How did you borrow this money? Did you carry the House of Assembly along? Because I've seen House of Assembly. They've really they've done nothing since they've been there. And we had you now in the eve of election. You're going to impeach your deputy governor. Is that a sign of winning? That's a sign of losing. So we should stop this policy of bitterness because we should think about the citizen of Edo State who you are here to represent. So this fighting, tussle, this and that. And we have a lot of educated illiterates in Nigeria who marry to the internet, right? Just to defend those who have been oppressed there because of their personal benefit. Until we all become a patriotic citizen and speak truth to power, we're going to be in a very serious problem. In spite of all I do, people still condemn me, but I'm happy about that because I learn when you condemn me. I learn when you criticize me. I don't get offended because I criticize people every day. But if you want to criticize me, you must criticize me very constructively. You cannot tell me my son is not handsome because you hate me. My son is very handsome.
Thank you very much.
I should thank you for coming.
Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You have actually given me another story.
Thank you.
I have two stories now to do.
God.
Thank you.